Hey, we're at Logan tonight. Yeah, here in the Grizzly Den, where the Logan Grizzlies are taking on the Century Diamondbacks. Century, a team out of Pocatello, Idaho. They came down here last year, and we actually had that game on the Game of the Week, and they thumped the Grizzlies 62-44 in that one. The Grizzlies returned the favor up there and beat them in overtime 58-53. In this game, Century comes in losers of 3 in a row, while Logan is 4-1 and putting up points. Averaging almost 70 points per ball game. They get up and down the floor. They can score. They're a team that really likes to move the ball and, like I say, get up and down the floor. It'll be interesting to see tonight against the Century team that probably wants to play a little bit more physical, how fast this game can go. Who can control the pace of this game? Will it be the visiting Diamondbacks, or will it be the Grizzlies getting up and down the hardwood? We're going to find out on the Game of the Week coming up next.
Wendy's is saying thanks for making the Junior Bacon Cheeseburger America's #1 bacon cheeseburger by giving you more of what you love. Introducing Wendy's Giant Junior Bacon Cheeseburger. Double the beef, double the bacon, and now it comes in a giant meal for $5 with nuggets, fries, and a drink. There's absolutely nothing junior about it, except the price. Get Wendy's $5 Giant Junior Bacon Cheeseburger meal before it's gone.
Bring back what you've been missing. Bring back Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology. Bring back what you've been missing. Bring back Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology.
I had a chance to talk with Coach Mitchell Argyle earlier today about his team, and the first thing I said was, Coach, these guys are getting up and down the floor. You guys are putting up some points. They're a three-headed monster offensively with Jordan Child, Jalen Argyle, and Justin Anderson. Anderson averaging almost 23 a game, Child almost 15, and Argyle 10. He said, yeah, Justin Anderson, the guy's a great all-around player. He can get anywhere and score. He gets to his spots and really knows how to put the ball in the bucket. But teams are starting to pay attention to him defensively. He says it's going to be interesting to see if Anderson can keep it up like he has before. One thing he said about Argyle is that he did say, yeah, he's averaging 10 points a game, but we haven't seen a really great offensive game out of him yet. But between those three players, they really put the ball in the basket and put points on the board. The Grizzlies going against Century tonight. We'll see if they can do it again.
Say the word base. Say the word mess.
The Game of the Week on the Valley Channel is brought to you by Wendy's of Cache Valley. It's way better than fast food. It's Wendy's. Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology. Bring back what you have been missing. Palmer Home Furnishings. Our low overhead means higher quality at lower prices. Aspen Dental. Get that gorgeous smile you've always wanted. Custom Fence Company. Privacy, security, peace of mind. Rich's Cars and Credit. Good guys you can trust. Anderson Seed and Garden. Growing better gardeners. The Logo Shop. We logo stuff. All kinds of stuff. KSM means music. Music is all we do. Factory Pizzeria. We're open late after the game. And the Valley Channel, Cache Valley's TV station for over 30 years. Good evening and welcome to the Den on the campus of Logan High School. As the game of the week on the Valley Channel features the Logan Grizzlies hosting the Century Diamondbacks. I'm Eric Olson along with you tonight, just like every Friday night with the game of the week. Century comes into this game at 2-3, winners with their first two, but losers of 3 in a row. And Logan sitting at 4-1 and averaging 69.8 points per game, giving up just under 54. They've been blowing teams out for the most part. They beat Granger 83-47, Tooele 83-40, Spanish Fork 72-63, Maple Mountain 62-57, and then they lost to Woods Cross 61-49. They're led by Justin Anderson, the 6-foot senior, averaging nearly 23 points per game, and a very good all-around player.
Century Diamondbacks.
For Century, they lost a heck of a player, a guy that we saw last year. He was a stud freshman last year, 6'5" Isaiah Harwell. He had 20 points in the game that we did last year. He transferred to Wasatch Academy down in Fairview. It's one of those teams that gets players from all over the country, and a lot of them end up going and playing D1 ball, and he is one of those guys. So they're a team that only returns 2 starters and 1 guy that had any time. Well, they're trying to put things together on the fly. We're going to pause for the national anthem. Back to what we were saying about Century, about being a young team and an inexperienced team. Only 4 seniors, 2 of them start. Panteja and Richie Bull are 2 of those 4 seniors that start.
Luke Pantea.
Luke Pantea is a 6'2 senior. He wears number 1. Elias Blackhawk, a 5'9 junior, number 2, and they started last year. Sam Billings is 6'1 junior. Kevin Adamson's a 6'4 junior. And we mentioned Richie Bull. He's 6'2". He's a senior. And that's your starting lineup for Century. When I asked Coach Frost, will you try to get up and down the floor? You slow it down. He said, you know, we kind of want to take it slow, because these guys a lot of them are still learning. And they turn out the lights here at the Grizzly Den for the intros.
And now the starting lineup for your Logan Grizzlies. Wearing number 1.
For the Grizzlies, 3 seniors. Carson Tuft at 6 foot will start. Along with Sid Obai, he's 5'10". He's a senior as well. Sidon Obai. He saw a little bit of time last year. Jordan Child is 6'5". He's also a junior, as is his backcourt running mate, 6'5", Jalen Argyle. And the engine in the Logan offensive machine is Justin Anderson, a 6-foot senior. We'll see how Century tries to slow him down. Not many teams have been able to slow him down. between Anderson, Child, and Argyle. Those three are averaging about 46, 47 points per game combined. 22, 14, and 10. It's 14.8, 22.6, and 10.2. You put all of those numbers together and you come up with just about 46 points per game. Child and Adamson are going to square off in the circle. And the Grizzlies chase down the opening tap. Tuft will hand it off to Anderson. And Anderson will direct. Abai up top to Argyle. They switch back to Tuft. Abai cuts through and they missed him. And Tuft will back it out. Abai, good look at a three from the angle. Left, won't go. And Tuft comes up with the rebound. Straight away, three on the way. Won't go by Anderson. Rebounded out of there by Century. Bull right down the middle. Shut off by Argyle, so he kicks it back out. Billings. Panteja. Panteja looks underneath, but nobody home. So he goes back up to Blackhawk. And Century moves it around, looking for a shot. Shot clock down to 3, and a nice little hook by Panteja.
Basket by Luke Panteja.
And Century on the board first. Argyle, straightaway 3. Too hard, rebounded by Blackhawk. Blackhawk working on a bye. Spins baseline, raised, shoot, score. 2 possessions, 2 buckets for Century, and they lead 4-0 in the early going here at the Grizzly Den at Logan High School. Logan comes in 4-1, 2-3 for Century. Century in Pocatello, they're that high school at the south end of Pocatello as you come around that curve over there on the right side of the road, on the east side of the road. Ball knocked out of bounds by Adamson. And a bye will trigger underneath. Zone look on the inbounds play for Century, and Argyle gives it off to Anderson. Anderson in the corner to Tuft. He gives it back. Anderson being hounded out there by Billings. 3 on the way, too hard, rebounded by Billings. Billings to Bull, and Panteja quickly across the timeline. Bull straightaway 3 of his own. 3 in a row for Century.
3-point basket by Richie Bull.
And they lead 7-0 with 5:48 to play in the first quarter. Logan can't get the offense going, and they're playing at the pace that Century would like to play. Turning around and putting it up and in. Jordan Child. Finally gets the Grizzlies on the board with 5.5 to play in the first quarter. It's 7-2 Century. Panteja to Bull, cutting through. Turns, fires, misses, rebound, comes right back to Bull, and then it's blocked by Child. And a foul by Richie Bull, the 6'2 senior. Runs into Anderson.
Richie Bull, his first personal.
First foul of the game for either team. 5:15 to play in the first quarter in a 7-2 ball game. Century in purple with the lead. Anderson fires the 3.
Justin Anderson from
Sweet shot, nothing but nylon. 7-5 as the Grizzlies answer the 7-0 run to start the game by Century with a little mini 5-0 run of their own. Bull to Blackhawk. Panteja drives left side, puts his shoulder down, puts it up and in. Panteja's 4 points has helped push Century out to a 9-5 lead here in the early going. 4.5 to play in the first quarter. Tuft fires up a 3, won't go. As Tuft was straight away, had a good look. The ball just not dropping for the Grizzlies right now. Panteja throws it out for a 3 from Blackhawk, but before he can fire it up, the near side official blows it dead. and says that's a travel on Panteja. Gabe Newton into the ball game, a 6'4" senior for Century. He's number 12. He's going to mark Argyle. He and Argyle are down on the low block. Child muscles his way through Anderson with hands all over him, fights his way through. It's turned over almost. Child gets it back. Argyle loses it. Tough misses from point blank. And the shooting woes continue for the Grizzlies. Just 2 field goals. There's 3:50 to play. In this first quarter, it's 9-5 Century. So even though they're having trouble scoring, the Grizzlies only down a couple of points. Blackhawk out to Panteja. 3 on the way, short. Rebound by Logan, ahead to Tough. Tough, lay it up and in. And that's what the Grizzlies like to do, is get out and push the ball. 9-7 Century. 3:20 to play in the first quarter. Billings works on Anderson. Here's Panteja out to Blackhawk. Blackhawk with the jab step. Has it knocked away from the backside. Argyle can't come up with it. Century does come up with it, and Blackhawk ends up putting it in the bucket. He's got 4 points. It's back to a 4-point lead for Century. They jumped out to a 7-0 lead early before Logan finally started to find the bottom of the hoop. Child shot around the rim and in.
Jordan Child for 2.
Child with 4 points. And it's back to a 2-point ball game, 11-9 Century. Cutting through his Blackhawk. Fadeaway Jay goes. Blackhawk with 6, and Century keeps up their hot shooting. They lead 13-9, 2:25 to play in the first quarter. Obai is underneath all alone, too hard. As he could see Panteja coming, he kind of put it up quickly. And Logan just ice cold. They've missed a lot of shots, had some good looks. You'd think eventually that would start evening out. But can they stay within shouting distance of Century while they're having trouble? Blackhawk with the little floater won't go, and a rebound foul call against Century from the other side. Who'd they call it on?
Foul on Gabe Newton, his first personal.
They call it on Newton. Second team foul, second foul.
Charlie Horrocks, number 11, Spencer Payne, and number 3, Bentley Gunter.
Charlie Horrocks,
As for the Grizzlies, number 12,
Spencer
Will
Payne,
Parkinson,
and Bentley
21,
Gunter
Drew
all into the ball game for Century. Kennington into the ball game for Logan. Kennington with the ball. Hands it off to Anderson. Anderson in the lane and one. They're really
Justin Anderson with
playing
the bucket
him
and the
physical
foul.
to try to keep the ball out of his hands. He's
Foul on
having to work
Spencer
for
Payne,
it
his
tonight.
First personal, 13 foul.
And Payne picks up the personal third team foul. Logan yet to be rung up for a violation. 1:41 to play here in the first quarter. Anderson misses the free throw. It's the first free throw of the game for either team. And it's still a 2-point Century lead. Panteja thought about the pull-up and backs it out. Gunter now with the ball. Gunter and Panteja play catch. Logan likes to push the ball to the sidelines and keep it out of the middle. And Panteja fires away from the side, and it's rebounded, and a rebound foul as Logan's Will Parkinson, the 6'5 junior, pulls it down.
Gunter, his first personal, 14th foul.
And Gunter picks up his first personal.
Number 2, Eli Blackhawk.
Blackhawk comes back into the ball game,
Grizzly
and Panteja sits down. The Grizzlies with a chance to tie or take the lead, and the clock hasn't started yet. Now it does. Kennington handing it off to Anderson. 3 on the way by Argyle. Too hard. Argyle chases his miss, and he fouls. He chased it down, and he put the arm bar on Newton, pushed him out of the way, and
Foul on Jalen Argyle.
the
His
call
first
goes
personal,
against
first team
Argyle.
foul.
That's the first team foul on the
Diamondbacks
Grizzlies. So Argyle, Parkinson, Kennington, Anderson, and Tuft in there for Logan. Under a minute to play in this first quarter, 13-11. Century with the lead. Century started on a 7-0 run. Here's Panteja. Little teardrop shot won't go. Elias Blackhawk's been red hot, and he misses everything that time. Logan's outscored
Out of bounds, Grizzly
Century 11-6 since Century jumped out to that 7-0 run, but the Grizzlies haven't been able to catch the Diamondbacks, and they have another chance here. About a 1 second differential in the game clock and the shot clock. 25 seconds on the game clock. Parkinson slaps his hands, wants the ball. Tuft throws the lob, and then Parkinson just watches it fly over his head. He had to lob it down there to get it around the defense.
Entering the game for the Diamondbacks, number 24, Richie
But he's a little bit too high for it. Bull comes back in, and Horrocks will sit. So with 20 seconds left in the first quarter, Century will get the last shot. At least that's what it looks like right now. Well, Bull's going to pull the trigger. Fire the three, rims in and out, ball's still free. Logan has it, it's Kennington. Plenty of time for the Grizzlies to get a shot. Tuft with 2 seconds. Tuft, Anderson at the buzzer, rims out. And Century takes a 2-point lead into the second quarter. 13-11, Century leads Logan after one on the Game of the Week on the Valley Channel. The Factory Pizzeria has long been a sponsor of sports on the Valley Channel. For over 30 years, they've been serving up the best pizza, sandwiches, nachos, and hot wings in Logan. They're in downtown Logan. They became famous for their Sicilian-style pizza and Godfather sandwiches. Locals and tourists alike enjoy their old East Coast atmosphere. You know, the carved-up wood tables, the exposed concrete and brick. And if your team's playing on TV, yeah, they probably got it showing down there. They subscribe to Sunday Ticket. You'll be able to catch all the action while having pizza and drinks and all your friends along with you. They have free local delivery and always a daily special. The Factory Pizzeria, a Game of the Week sponsor. And don't forget about the good folks at Custom Fence. Custom Fence, if you're a DIYer, they can help you. They'll supply good advice and the right materials to help you DIY it right. Custom Fence, another Game of the Week sponsor. Well, the Grizzlies having a little trouble shooting in the early going. Took them a minute or two to get on the board finally, and they haven't been able to catch Century as Century started red hot. And as Logan kind of heated up a little bit, Century cooled down. Anderson with 5 in the quarter, Child with 4. Elias Blackhawk leads all scores for Century with 6 points. Panteja with 4 of his own, and Bull hit a 3-pointer. We go to the second quarter. And a 2-point lead for Century. They start with the basketball. Blackhawk. Panteja. Bounce pass, hits the leg of Parkinson, and it stays here. By my count, there have only been 2 turnovers in this game, 1 on each team. Now I'm trying to call the game and keep stats, so sometimes I miss some stuff, but I try. Blackhawk, 3, won't go. Bull swoops in for the rebound. Panteja with the nice little between the legs, gets by Parkinson for a second, but then Parkinson steals it away. Anderson misses. Tuft with the rebound, leaves it short. Child with the board up over the back. He's going to get called for the foul. Man, it's been that first half like that for the Grizzlies. They have missed multiple shots in close like that. And this is a team that averages nearly 70 points per ball game, and they're sitting at 11. With 7:20 to play in the first half. Bull, Billings, Panteja, Blackhawk, and Adamson, the starting 5 on the floor, and an offensive foul. Well, as one guy's kind of calling everything. He's calling it tight.
Foul on Kevin
Adamson picks up his first, and that's the 15th foul. And that's a turnover, and Logan gets it back. Parkinson has it stripped away. Tried to split two defenders, and they easily took it away from him. Logan gets back, and Anderson blocks it out of bounds.
Off of that swat from Justin Anderson.
As the Grizzlies do a good job chasing that down and keeping Century from getting an easy bucket. Blackhawk looks down into Adamson, gives to Panteja instead. Adamson was calling for the ball. Billings working against Anderson. Anderson nearly takes it away. 10 seconds on the shot clock. 7. Panteja has it taken away and an offensive foul called. Yes, on Adamson, his second.
Second personal, 16 foul.
So free throws the rest of the way for the Grizzlies, at least the rest of this half, as Newton checks back in. Adamson will have to sit down. Logan's had multiple chances to tie this game or take the lead, and they've yet to do it. Anderson slips as he comes around the screen, finds Child, and Child puts it in off the glass. We're tied at 13, 6:10 to play in this first half. So far, kind of a low scoring affair. Billings turns, fires, misses. Tough with a rebound. Tough across the timeline, pushes it. Looks and finds Child. Child in the middle to Kennington. Tough. Thought about a three, pulls it back down, up and under move, and he gives the Grizzlies the lead. Carson Tough with 4. Timeout. Century as the Grizzlies take their first lead of the night, 15-13 with 5:44 to play here in this first half. The Logo Shop's been a long-time game sponsor for the Game of the Week on the Valley Channel. The tagline for them is "We Logo Stuff," all kinds of stuff, and that is no lie. Hats, shirts, mugs, frisbees, blankets, backpacks, thumb drives, mouse pads, phone cases, you name it, they'll put your logo on it. Go see what the Logo Shop can do for you. The Logo Shop, a Game of the Week sponsor. All the other Valley teams in action tonight. Skyview's game is already over. They're playing in a tournament. They lost to Olympus, so they dropped to 5-1. They start the season 5-0. Now Skyview 5-1 with the loss to Olympus, 68-62. Ridgeline's at Springville, Bear Rivers at Northridge, Mountain Crest at Cedar Valley, and Green Canyon at Morgan. So the Grizzlies on a 15-6 run after being down 7-0 to start this game, and a chance to add to it off the baseline air ball by Century. Abai gets all the way to the rim, lay it up and in. Abai with his first bucket. Sidon Abai at 5'9", just slithered through the defense, and it's 17-13 Logan. Now they put some pressure defense on Century. Panteja misses, rebound. Missed by Newton. Logan going the other way. Bounce pass to Child. Lay it up and in.
Jordan Child for 2.
Child has 8. And the Grizzlies continue their run. A 19-13 lead now for Logan. They've trailed by as many as 7. They now lead by 6. Kennington knocks it away from Newton, but Kennington called for the foul as he reached in. That's the third team foul on the Grizzlies. Century has 6. So Logan could potentially be shooting a bunch of free throws in the final 4:48 of this half. Child uses his length to come up with the steal, and then Bull fouls him. That's the 4th turnover for Century.
Foul on Richie Bull, his second personal, 7th team foul.
And that's 1-1 for Jordan Child. He goes to the line, takes 8 points with him. Averages 14.8. And the Grizzlies really trying to push the tempo here as they've tried to get out and run more in this second quarter. Child misses. Argyle puts it up, and it rolls out. He'll go to the line. Another foul on Century, but Argyle will get 2 shots as he was shooting. Logan with a size advantage out there.
Foul on Richie Bull, his 3rd personal.
Richie Bull picks up his 3rd.
Jalen Argyle shooting for the Grizzlies.
He's probably going to have to come to the bench. Argyle hits the free throw.
Entering the game for Century, number
Logan missed their first 2 free
Charlie
throws.
Horrocks.
And they finally hit one. Horrocks into the ball game. And Argyle with a chance to put Logan up by 8. And he does. A 10-0 run to start this second quarter by the Grizzlies, and they lead by 8. 21-13, 4:35 to play in this first half. Penteja got a bye on his back hip, and then he throws it back out to Blackhawk, who gives it back. Now Blackhawk again. Seeing Penteja just play catch with it. The Grizzlies in a zone. 10 on the shot clock. 4:15 on the game clock, 5 on the shot clock. Penteja drives, shoots, misses, and a foul called. Both officials raising their arm. What do they got? The near side official is going to make the call. Let's see. He wants to talk to the other official, and they're going to talk about it a little bit. It looks to me like it's going to be on Logan.
Foul on Sedona Abai, his first personal.
Abai picks up his first. That's the 4th team foul. And it came on a short shot clock, so it bails out Century. 35 seconds back on that shot clock. 4:10 to play in the half. 21-13 Logan. Century started hot, jumping out to the 7-0 lead. And now it's been a 21-6 run that's continued for Logan. Logan trying to keep that ball out on the sidelines. Cross-court pass knocked out of bounds by Penteja.
Grizzly basketball.
And that's the 5th turnover. 5 turnovers now for Century. They have yet to score in this second quarter. 21-13. Logan's put up 10 points here in the second quarter. I thought Kennington was going to fire up looking for 3 more. Abai up top to Parkinson. Hands off to Child. He traveled. He went to catch the ball, and he got tripped up. And as he caught the ball, he kind of took that extra hop step or slid that foot. And it's a Logan turnover. Their 3rd. Abai will give way to Anderson. Abai sits down with 2 points here in the second quarter, 2 for the game. Anderson back in. He's got 5 in the game. 3:20 to play in this first half. 21-13 Logan. Century has not scored here in this second quarter. They led 13-11 going into the second quarter, and they now trail at 21-13. Horrocks in trouble, out to Blackhawk. Logan's zone giving Century fits. They just can't find a shot. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Child knocks it away. All the way to the rim and trying to get one up and in as the shot clock expires. It's Spencer Payne.
2-point basket by Spencer Payne.
21-15. 3 on the way and good by Child. Jordan Child having himself a half. He has 11 points. And the second 3-pointer of the first half for Logan. And a kick ball. 24-15. The 9-point lead for Logan, their largest of the game. Adamson back into the ball game, and Horrocks will sit down. Tuff will replace Kennington for the Grizzlies. Double team comes and forces a turnover. Tuff flags it down, looks for Anderson. Anderson bumped hard, ball goes, and he'll go to the line.
Justin Anderson with the bucket and the foul.
Anderson's first bucket
Foul on Kevin
of this
Adamson,
second
his third
quarter.
personal, 19
He has
foul.
7 points.
Entering
He's
the
0
game
for 1
the
at the free
best,
throw
number
line,
32, Charlie Horrocks.
and he's taking his second free throw of the half now. Anderson calmly puts it in. And it's 26-15. It's 27-15, pardon me. Reed Olson into the ball game, number 15. Reed Olson, another one of those 6'5" guys for Logan. He's a sophomore, He's 6'6" actually. They have 3 6'5" players and 1 6'6". Child, Argyle, and Parkinson all 6'5". And one of the officials is over at the scorer's table, checking something out, not sure what. And now we're going to go ahead and play. Horrocks, Blackhawk, Penteja, Newton, all in there for Century. Here's a near steal. Ball still in bounds, and it is a steal. Century now with another turnover. They're 6th. In the corner, Tuft. Back up top to Olson. Olson hands it off to Anderson. Anderson backs out. Child, who's in double figures, spins inside, loses it, gets it back and misses. Newton with the rebound. Gives it to Penteja quickly. They get it ahead to Payne, and Payne is fouled on the baseline drive by Olson.
Foul on Reed Olson, his first personal, 15 fouls.
5 team fouls now on the Grizzlies. Out front, Tuft with a steal. 7 turnovers now for Century. And Child finishes, and he'll go to the line.
With a bucket and a foul. Foul on Eli Blackhawk, his first personal, 10th team foul.
13 for Child. He's got a free throw to get to his season average, and he does. 14, and there's still 1:38 to play in the first half. 30-15 as Logan continues to pour it on here in this second quarter. They've pulled out an aggressive trapping defense at times, and then they've fallen back into a 2-3 zone. And Century's had a hard time finding shots and good looks against that zone. Here's Payne, straightaway 3, and he hits. He's one guy
Three-point basket
off the
by
bench
Spencer Payne.
that's made a couple of buckets against that zone. He's made 2 against the zone, and they're the only 2 that Century has been able to come up with here in this second quarter. Pass over the head of Tuft. He didn't even jump for it. He just watched it go. He said, yeah, okay. 59.8 on the clock, 30-18 Logan. And now Logan will bring that defense out and extend it into the backcourt. Century gets it across the timeline. 22-second difference in the game clock and shot clock. Century will be able to get the ball back for another shot. Horrocks puts it in, but they say he traveled first.
Turnover, Grizzlies basketball.
That's 8. Horrocks took that big Euro step, but he slid his back foot as he did it. 4-second difference in the game clock and the shot clock. And the Grizzlies aren't much for holding the basketball. Anderson underneath. Child, put it up and in.
Jordan Child for 2.
2, 4, 6, 8, 11, 12 here by Child in the second quarter. 14 for the game. Century's got to hurry to get it across the timeline. They do. 8 seconds left. Payne elevates. And one, no, they say it's a charge with 4.6 as Payne picks up his second foul. Thought maybe it might be an and one situation, but instead they say nope, charge, and that's a turnover. And the Grizzlies with 4.6 on the clock have a chance to add to their 32-18 lead. Penteja tries to steal it away. It's still free. Thrown back in bounds, and the ball out of bounds. And they say it's Logan basketball with 0.8 on the clock. It's crazy they're giving it to Logan, as I thought it was Olson that threw it back in. Time for a touch and throw, and they do it. And Anderson misses.
At the end of the first
32-18 as the Grizzlies start slow, but finish the half fast, and they lead it 32-18 as we go to the break.
Because they have beautiful selections of fresh flowers. They're family owned and been in business for a long time, and they make you feel like part of the family.
Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology.
At Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology, we believe in a very thorough hearing test. Do you hear ringing noises? Does any member of your family have hearing loss? Do you have frequent or severe headaches? Any numbness in your face or fingertips? Do loud sounds hurt your ears? Were you in the military? Have you ever had your hearing tested before?
No, I have not.
Say the word mousetrap. Say the word baseball. Say the word airplane. Say the word cowboy. It also told us if you had a cold, I was able to make the words and you were still able to
Your ranges of 8. What are all the rest of the...
Okay.
Bring back what you've been missing. Bring back Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology.
Your password is password, and everything you own is gray, Mike.
I thought you liked Basic, Mike.
That was before I had Wendy's Made to Crave chicken sandwiches. Now I know I can do better than Basic.
Upgrade from Basic with 3 new sandwiches on Wendy's Made to Crave menu. The barbecue chicken sandwich, avocado BLT chicken sandwich, and the sauce and bacon chicken sandwich. At Wendy's, we got you.
You need to take a long drive at exactly the speed limit.
Water is always described as being tranquil. Then you dive in and you're just moving through it and you're ripping through it, and it's not tranquil at all. All I want to do with my life is to be a United States Navy fighter pilot. I can just see myself whizzing through the air, fly high and fly fast. That's what I want to do.
She really feels the call to serve our country, and she is going to do it regardless of what that requires of her.
Nothing motivates me more than when someone tells me that I can't do something.
Becoming a fighter pilot is something people might not expect a woman to do, but she does it anyway, and she doesn't care.
I feel like I gotta stick it to him. I gotta prove him wrong.
That really makes her a role model for other girls.
That's another stereotype broken by Wells Johnson.
Wells is the person that has the most grit, the most determination, the one that won't give up, that is very relentless.
It's like Teddy Roosevelt said, nothing in this world is worth having or worth doing unless it means effort, pain, and difficulty. Everything that I do with school and with sport, it's all been working towards this one thing. It's how I can use my gifts and talents to serve the world. I know that this is God's path for me. The sky is kind of like water, where it's tranquil and peaceful. And then up in a plane, tearing through the sky. I can just picture myself flying. I can see that so vividly.
The Game of the Week on the Valley Channel is brought to you by Wendy's of Cache Valley. It's way better than fast food. It's Wendy's. Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology. Bring back what you have been missing. Palmer Home Furnishings. Our low overhead means higher quality at lower prices. Aspen Dental. Get that gorgeous smile you've always wanted. Custom Fence Company. Privacy, security, peace of mind. Rich's Cars and Credit. Good guys you can trust. Anderson Seed and Garden. Growing better gardeners. The Logo Shop. We logo stuff. All kinds of stuff. KSM means music. Music is all we do. Factory Pizzeria, we're open late after the game. And the Valley Channel, Cache Valley's TV station for over 30 years. Back at Logan High School, Eric Olson along with you as we get ready to start the second half. Logan leads Century 32-18. They trailed going into the second quarter 13-11 and then outscored Century 21-5 in that second quarter. Logan was paced by Jordan Child. He had 16 points. Justin Anderson with 8. 4 for Carson Tuft. Sidona Bai with 2 and 2 for Jalen Argyle. Nobody scored off the bench for the Grizzlies. For Century, they were led by Elias Blackhawk, 6 points. 5 points for Spencer Payne off the bench. 4 for Luke Penteja. And 3 for Richie Bull, and that's it. 18 points. As Century got out to a good start, and Logan was not shooting the ball well. Century was, and then it kind of switched over. And the other thing is Logan really pressed the issue more in that second quarter. I think they let Century dictate the pace of the game in the first quarter, and then Logan really, they got into more of a trapping type of defense, and then they'd fall back into a zone, and they took advantage of a bunch of turnovers to really run the floor. Here's Anderson. Layup's not there, so he just moves to the middle on a little hook up and in, and Anderson is in double figures with 10. And Teja Blackhawk Payne gets to start the second half. Oh, pardon me, that's Billings. Payne's 11.
Foul on Jalen Argyle.
They go back to their regular starting lineup. Adamson and Bull. Argyle picks up the early foul. That's his second. No free throws for Century in the first half. Logan with 5, 6.
Out of bounds, Century basketball.
Logan continues to pressure. Century in that Southeast Idaho conference of 4A up there in Idaho. We only have a couple of teams in that conference with them. They're in Preston's conference up there. Here's a turnover. Anderson, Euro step to the rim.
Justin Anderson, 4-2.
Anderson with 12, 10 turnovers. Now for Century. This is a young and inexperienced Century team. More inexperienced than young. Only 3 seniors, 2 start. Blackhawks, one of them. Shut off there by Child. 3 on the way. Rims around and out. Ball free. Anderson's got it. Grizzlies heading the other way. Child stuck in the middle. Anderson, can he make it 3 in a row? Short. As he had hit his first 2 on his first 2 tries of this third quarter, and the ball out of bounds off of Century as Abai was chasing it, as was Billings. Straightaway 3 by Argyle. Rims off to the left, and Bull comes up with the rebound. 6:40 to play in this third quarter. 36-18. Logan in control. Blackhawk, baseline push shot is good. Elias Blackhawk now with 8. And it's 36-20 Logan. 6:20 to play in the third quarter. Argyle, as Adamson pressures him, now he finds Child. Tough, thought about a 3, didn't think very hard though. Abai looks down to Argyle. Argyle turns, nothing there. Tuft is there though, and Tuft lays it up and in. Logan showing some pretty good cohesiveness as far as feeling like they are used to playing with each other. Coach Argyle did say that about them. He said these guys they're pretty tight and they play well together. Here's a foul. And that might be on Argyle. It'll be his third if it is.
Foul on Jalen Argyle, his third personal.
It is.
Second team foul.
And the first free throws of the night coming. For Century as Bull gets a chance. Richie Bull, 6'2" senior. And the free throw's no good.
Richie Bull shooting for
Coach Argyle saying that these guys are unselfish. They really play well together. Bull 1 of 2 from the free throw line. And it's 38-21. Quickly, Logan the other way, Argyle 3. He can't get the distance dialed in tonight. From 3, he's got 2 points, both from the free throw line. He averages just over 10 a game. Near steal is tough, knocked it away from Penteja. Penteja down the lane, left-hand scoop won't go. Rebound fought for, Child's got it. Gives it off to Tough. Abai's running with him, 2 big steps. Travel.
Turnover, Century Basketball.
By my count, that's only 4 turnovers for Logan.
The Logan Grizzlies.
Crew Kennington now will replace Argyle, who sits with 3 fouls. His team with a 17-point lead, 38-21, 5:18 to play in this third quarter. Blackhawk advances it to Penteja, and Bull looks for another Diamondback. Billings. Penteja underneath the Bull, lay it up and in. He just kind of lulled his defender to sleep, and Bull now with 6 points. (38-23), Anderson. He's got his defender on his hip. He finally finds Abai. Tough 3. Rims around. Fought for by Kennington. Knocked out of bounds by Billings.
Out of bounds, Grizzly Basketball.
They opened the curtains underneath the far basket. They didn't have those open in the first half, and all the Grizzlies, a bunch of the Grizzly student body are sitting under that other basket now. Dressed in, a lot of them dressed in their Christmas jammies and sweaters. Festive mood here in Logan, and Jordan Child dealing gifts. 18 for Child, 40-23 with 4:20 to play in the third quarter. Logan with the lead. They trailed at the end of one, a 21-5 second quarter put them in control. Bull backs in too hard. He goes down as Anderson clears the rebound. Child looking for 20 points, can't come up with it as he misses and then he fouls on the rebound. Jordan Child said, no, I didn't. And the official said, yeah, he did. And that's 2 on Jordan Child.
Jordan Child, his second personal.
Third team foul on the Grizzlies.
Entering the game for the D-backs.
Century has yet to draw the whistle. Kind of the opposite of what happened in the first half, as Century was up to 5 fouls before Logan even got one. Under 4 minutes now to play in this third quarter. A 17-point Logan lead, 40-23. Now Logan's back into a man defense. Eli Blackhawk raises, fires, misses. Tuft turns it over. Horrocks bowls his way in there, and they're going to say a foul before he goes up. So a turnover and a foul against Logan. They're going to call it on Kennington?
Crew Kennington,
they are.
Second personal, 14 foul.
That's his second, and that's team foul number 4. Logan's going to stay in the man defense. Down low, nice look by Blackhawk. Horrocks has it swatted. Newton can't hit. Payne does, though. Payne's come off the bench to play a nice game. For Century, he's got 7 points, and it's a 15-point Logan lead as Anderson takes the handoff from Child and gives it back. Child has 20.
Child in traffic.
Child's having his way tonight. Child's play for big number 11. I would like to know what his wingspan is. He's got long arms. He looks like a basketball player. Speaking of Jordan Child. Penteja's been quiet. 4 points all in the first quarter. Newton tries to get by Anderson, leans in, leaves it short. Century's really hitting the boards, but the Grizzlies come up with that one. Anderson, foul, travel.
Turnover, Diamondbacks basketball.
There was contact, but they said no, too many steps before that contact came. Gunter into the ball game, and Blackhawk will sit. Back to a 17-point Logan lead. Century working against that Logan defense. Logan really ratcheted up the defensive pressure in the second quarter. If you're just joining us, Logan trailed by a bucket to start the second quarter, a 21-5 run in that second quarter. As a bye goes way up high. Can't come up with the rebound, but he knocks it out and keeps the ball alive, and now a foul on Century.
Foul on Charlie Horrocks, his first personal.
Horrocks picks up his first, and that's the first team foul.
Entering the game for the Grizzlies, number 12, Will Parkinson.
Parkinson and Argyle back in. Bye and Child take a rest with 2 minutes to play in the third period, and a 42-25 lead for Logan. Anderson's got 12, 20 for Child. Down low they go to Tough. Tough on that low block. Step back. Can't hit. Rebound by Gunter. Payne, he's been hot. This one up, around, misses. Rebound fought for. Logan comes up with it. Ahead to Anderson. Panteja's back. Anderson doesn't care.
Justin
Anderson with 14.
Timeout, Grizzlies.
1:29 to play in the third quarter. 44-25. Grizzlies up their lead. And we head for a timeout. While we're at a timeout, it gives us a chance to tell you about Wendy's. Yeah, they've got their new Italian mozzarella chicken. It has so much ooey gooey stretchy mozzarella. Pizza is shooting at the side eye. That's how much mozzarella cheese is on that. The only thing you can stretch more than the cheese is the 2 times the points you can earn when you get the sandwich or the combo. How far did double points go? About as far as someone would be willing to go to get the new Italian mozzarella chicken, which is pretty dang far. The mozzarella chicken, Italian mozzarella chicken, only at Wendy's. Palmer Home Furnishing, another one of our sponsors. Go check out the website at Palmer's Home Furnishing. They got a little bit of everything on there. You really have to see it to believe everything that they have. Sectionals, dining, bedroom, stationary sofas, recliners, sleeper sofas, accent chairs. I gotta take a breath. Palmer Home Furnishing, a Game of the Week sponsor. Back to live action we go. As a foul called, things a little bit ratty right from the start on that possession. Both teams trying to dig that one out of there. Kennington, no, Parkinson. 12, not 21. 15 foul on Logan. And Payne goes to the free throw line. Payne's got 7 points, and his first free throw comes up short.
Entering the game for Century.
Pantejas took a short break, and now he's back on, and Gunter takes a seat. Missed both by Payne. Argyle had to sit with some foul trouble. He's back in there now. He turns it over. And a jump ball called. That's going to be Century basketball. Logan up to 7 turnovers now. 4 here in this third quarter. There's 1:09 to play in the third, and the Grizzlies lead 44-25. And here's another turnover. This one by Century.
Court Larson for 2.
Court Larson onto the court. Gets the steal and the layup. Grizzlies by 21. They trap Panteja against the sideline. That's what they try to do with their defense. Use the sideline almost as an extra defender, and they've got him trapped over there, and Century has to take a timeout. Gives us a chance to mention the good folks at KSM Music. At KSM Music, music is all they do. They don't sell groceries or toys or clothing unless it's the groovy shirts with your favorite band on the front, because music is all they do. KSM means music. It's in our name, KSM Music. So many great places to eat in Cache Valley, and a Cache Valley original is the Old Grist Mill. They'll build you a custom sack lunch with a homemade sandwich, drink, and a treat on the go. That's at the Old Grist Mill, a Game of the Week sponsor. If you're just tuning in, to kind of reset it, every so often we'll do that. The Century Diamondbacks got out to a 7-0 lead. They led by 2 at the end of the first quarter. Logan exploded for 21 in the second, held Century to 5. They had the big lead at the half, and they've extended that lead now to 21 here in this third quarter. And they're looking for more as Larson tries to track down this rebound, but they say he's out of bounds, and Century will try to cut into the lead. Kennington, Anderson. Here's Penteja, gets in the middle. Put it up with the left hand, miss it. Rebound knocked out of bounds. Kennington, Anderson, Parkinson, Larson, and Argyle for Logan on the court. Jordan Child has been big for the Grizzlies with 20 points. He's on the bench, having a rest right now. 3 by Penteja.
Basket by Luke Penteja.
Penteja with his first point since the first quarter. He's got 7, and it's a 46-28 Logan lead. Backdoor cut, nice job by Kennington to find Anderson for 2.
Justin Anderson for 2.
Now Anderson at 16. Anderson averages 22.6 per game. He had 8 at the half. He's had 8 in this third quarter. Parkinson fouls Payne. Payne will go to the line for 2 more. He was just at the line a moment ago for 2 and missed them both. He came off the bench to score 7 so far for Century.
His second personal.
Coach Ryan Frost telling me before the game, you know, we're just kind of trying to figure out who we are. You got 3 guys back that have any experience, 2 starters, but only 1 other player that really had any experience, and we're just trying to mesh. They won their first 2 games. They've lost 3 in a row coming into this one. 2 missed free throws by Payne, and now the end of the quarter. We got a foul before the end of the quarter, though. Let's see what they're going to do. 6 fouls on the Grizzlies in that third quarter. 1 on Century, and they're going to say that's the end of the quarter. 48-28, Logan with the lead.
All right, fans, it's time for the third quarter shootout, sponsored by Altamate. Where's our contestants? You're not the kid that came out earlier. All right, what's your name?
I'm David.
You got 20 seconds, David.
Rich's Cars and Credit is one of our Game of the Week sponsors. Stress-free shopping is their mission.
If you make all 3,
it's also their mission to be the automotive home of drivers in Logan. They provide a big selection of new and used vehicles, exceptional car care, and customer service with a smile. Speaking of new models, you have your pick of their showroom. Your local dealership keeps a great stock of used cars, trucks, and SUVs in inventory. They've got competitive prices offered on every pre-owned model for sale on the lot. You won't find a better reason, or any reason to visit any other delership in Logan.
Hey, good try, David.
That's Rich's Cars and Credit, the Game of the Week sponsor. I'd also like to mention Aspen Dental. They really hope you'll be comfortable at Aspen Dental when you go visit them. If you need general dentistry, cosmetic dentistry, dental implants, or orthodontics for yourself and your kids, they do all that and more. If you're looking for a dentist that Logan, Utah trusts, call today to Aspen Dental. Their patients say they keep coming back because they're great relationships with their dentists. They want to get to know you and help you reach your dental health goals. Aspen Dental, a Game of the Week sponsor. Well, they decided not to ring anybody up for a foul as they blew a whistle right as the buzzer sounded. And we go to the fourth quarter. Logan with a 20-point lead, 48-28. Logan averaging 68 points per ball game. Don't know that they're going to get there tonight. They scored 16 in that third quarter and outscored Century 16-10. Now they're running a motion offense. Tough 3, got it. Carson Tough
from the cheap seats
with 9. Penteja just hit a 3 a moment ago, gives it off to Bull, who gives it right back. Logan up 51-28. Using a big second quarter to open a lead at the half. Parkinson fights with Bull for the rebound, and they're going to say that it's a jump ball. And that's going to be Century. Let's see. Nope, they're going to call a foul.
Foul on Richie Bull, his fourth.
They call it on Bull. He
team
picks
foul.
up number 4.
Grizzly basketball.
And that's only the second team foul for Century. Not a lot of free throws in this ball game. Logan took 6 in the first half, none here in the second half. And Century's taken 5 here in the second half. Tuft fouled on the way in. We call it on Pantea.
Foul on Luke Pantea.
Yeah, Pantea gets his first personal. And that's the third team foul. 6:48 to play in the ball game. Logan in control, 51-28. Argyle goes across the key, reaches back and scores. Argyle with 4. 53-28. Adamson puts up the lefty hook. It won't go, and it's knocked out of bounds by Argyle.
Out of bounds, Century basketball.
Argyle was heading the other way. He says, wait, what? And the official on the backside said, yeah, you got it. And Pantea will trigger in. He finds Bull. Pantea in the corner. Raises for 3. Has another one. Pantea now with 10 points. Argyle fires away. Short. Kennington with the rebound. Gives it back to a streaking Argyle, and Argyle loses it. Down court, Billings lays it up and in.
Sam Billings for 2.
The Grizzlies now with 7 turnovers on the night. As Tuff picks up his dribble, now he finds Argyle. Parkinson working to his right. Tuff thought about a 3. DeMorgan in the ball game right now. Nate DeMorgan, number 10 for Logan. Tuff, good look at a 3. Misses, rebound by Billings. 20-point ball game with 5:25 to play. Logan with the big lead, but now it's down to 17 as Eli Blackhawk has 11 points. A couple of 3-pointers here in this fourth quarter. And the lead goes from 23 to 17, and they're going to call a travel as DeMorgan hits the deck. And the Grizzlies are going to bring a bye, Child, and Anderson back into the game. Parkinson, Kennington, and DeMorgan are all going to sit. So the starting lineup into the ball game for Logan. Century with their starting lineup on the floor as well. Logan extends the defense as Century making a little bit of a mini move here. Logan still leads by 17, but Bull firing up a 3, trying to knock it down even more, but his shot too hard and a rebound foul by Adamson. Adamson.
Foul on Kevin Adamson, his 4th personal.
With 4.
Foul. Entering the game for Century, number 12, Gabe Newton.
Newton will replace Bull. Bull sits down with 6 points. 4:40 to play in the ball game. It's 53-36. Logan with the lead. Argyle hands it back to Child. Put it up and in. He'll go to the line.
Jordan the Man Child for 2.
Child, just a walking bucket tonight.
Foul on Kevin Adamson.
He's got 22 as Adamson fouls out. Payne will replace Adamson.
Entering the game for the Diamondbacks, number 11, Spencer Payne.
And Child looking for point number 23 and to push the lead back to 20. He does it. Billings saves it on the pass, and it's turned over. Here we go the other way. Child leaves the no-looker for Tuff. Lay it up and in. He'll go to the free throw line.
With the bucket and the foul. Sam Billings, his first personal.
11
foul.
for Tough.
Entering the
Billings
game for
picks up the
Century,
foul.
number 24, Richie Bull.
And Bull comes back in. Billings will sit. Now we're all even at 6 fouls apiece. It'll be free throws the rest of the way for both teams. Tough hits the free throw. 12 for Tough. And it's a 59-36 Logan lead. Pentea down low. Finds his man Newton, who turns and quickly puts it up and in. Tough back the other way in a hurry. Child with 23 points. Backdoor to Anderson. He has it stripped away. 10 turnovers for the Grizzlies. Anderson comes up limping, and he's slow to get back. See if Coach Argyle recognizes that and takes him off the floor, just leaves him in there as Bull scores. It's a 19-point ball game with 3:35 to play. Argyle gives it off to Anderson. 3 on the way. Ankle looks fine.
Justin Anderson.
It always feels better. Here's Anderson with a steal and a layup. It always feels better when you're putting buckets in. 21 for Anderson. He averages just under 23 a game. Down low. Gabe Newton puts another one in the basket. 3 minutes to play, and Coach Argyle's going to empty the bench as Logan leads by 22. Down low they go to Argyle. Argyle up and under, won't go. Anderson looks for the rebound, and he knocks it out of bounds. Are they going to let all these subs in?
Logan Grizzlies, number 12,
they're
Will
going
Parkinson. Number 20, Keaton Pond. Number 15, Reed Olson.
Reed Olson,
10,
Parkinson,
Nick DeMorgan.
Pond,
And
DeMorgan,
number 4, Court
and Larson all in for the Grizzlies as the starters look to be done for the night. Tough in double figures with 12. Anderson with 21. Here's Payne looking at 3. He likes what he sees.
3-point basket by Spencer Payne.
Jordan Child with 23. Argyle had a quiet night offensively with only 4. But the Grizzlies with a 19-point lead and 2:20 to play. 3 on the way, too hard. Rebound grabbed by the Grizzlies. Parkinson leans in and a foul. It's going to go on the Grizzlies. Their 11th turnover, and Parkinson picks up his second foul. Parkinson's played a bunch tonight. He'll sit,
his third personal,
and Cooper Cox will come in.
Entering the game for the Grizzlies, number 23, Cooper Cox.
Two minutes to play in a 64-45 ball game. The Grizzlies all over Century. Blackhawks had a pretty good ball game, all things considered. And he's going to be going to the free throw line.
Foul on Nate DeMorgan, his first
DeMorgan
personal, 18 foul.
picks up the foul. That's
Eli
team foul number 8. Blackhawk goes to the line with 11 points. Make it 12, and he's got another free throw coming. Eight free throws here in the second half for Century. Logan with only 2, but Logan shot more in the first half, as there just haven't been a lot of free throws altogether in this ball game. 13 for Blackhawk. (64-47) Logan. As Logan has emptied their bench. Cox to Reed Olson. Olson turns the corner, rumbles in from the right side and puts it up and in. That's a big sophomore right there, 6'6". I don't know what he weighs, but he's put together. And he gets his first bucket. Rebound off the missed shot by Logan. Underneath Olsen, he's got 4.
Reed Olsen in traffic.
21-point lead for the Grizzlies as we head toward a minute to play in this ball game. As the Grizz will improve to 5-1 on the season. A great start for the season for the Grizzlies. Ridgeline 5-0 coming into tonight's games. Haven't heard whether they won or lost. 5-0 for Skyview coming into tonight's games, and they lost to Olympus. So Skyview now also 5-1. Might be a really interesting region schedule this year. 30 seconds to play, 5-second differential between the game clock and the shot clock. And travel on the handoff. That's turnover. That's 12 turnovers for the Grizzlies, matching Century's numbers. Century with a bunch of turnovers in the second quarter when things came unraveled for them.
Number 14, Josh Jensen, and number 33, Caleb Argyle.
25 seconds to play in this ball game. It's all over but the crying here at Logan. 68-47, the Grizzlies with a 21-point lead. The ball knocked away as they tried to get it in bounds. This time they're able to get the ball in. Don't think that the Grizzlies will try to take another shot. I don't know. They just run motion with it. Shot clock's off. The Grizz don't need to shoot, and we're under 3 seconds, and that's the ball game. 68-47. Logan with the win, and they improved to 5-1 on the season. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week on the Game of the Week.
Logan High's next home game.
The Game of the Week on the Valley Channel is brought to you by Wendy's of Cache Valley. It's way better than fast food. It's Wendy's. Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology. Bring back what you have been missing. Palmer Home Furnishings. Our low overhead means higher quality at lower prices. Aspen Dental. Get that gorgeous smile you've always wanted. Custom Fence Company. Privacy, security, peace of mind. Rich's Cars and Credit. Good guys you can trust. Anderson Seed and Garden. Growing better gardeners. The Logo Shop. We logo stuff. All kinds of stuff. KSM means music. Music is all we do. Factory Pizzeria. We're open late after the game. And the Valley Channel. Cache Valley's TV station for over 30 years.
Nobody does bacon like Wendy's. And now, we're bringing you the Big Bacon Classic. Made with fresh, never frozen beef, topped with hot and crispy bacon. So if you're not getting your bacon cheeseburger from Wendy's, what are you getting? If you want bacon done right, we got you with the Big Bacon Classic. What are you waiting for?
Bring back what you've been missing. Bring back Cache Valley.